Who bought this? You bought this? What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Happy Hour with McQueen. Look, I promise you guys were gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. I decided to scrap Midnight at McQueen's podcast and keep Happy Hour with McQueen. It just made more sense. I'm gonna be coming out with a second podcast, a true crime. A true crime podcast. There was no reason to keep Happy Hour with McQueen and do Midnight McQueen's. It's kind of like the same thing, so I decided to just say whatever. Thank you guys for the support and the feedback on last week's episode. I was not expecting that kind of reaction. I just put it out because it was the inauguration. I wanted to cover it. Now we're here. So Happy Hour with McQueen will be every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. On today's episode, we're going to be recapping American Skin. Don't worry, you do not have to pause or skip this video. It will not be any spoilers at all. We'll be talking about billionaires recovering from the pandemic, Food Network reality star charged in a child's death, the future of Broadway, Texas school where they were screaming the N-word, the cop who was sent to a home to do a mental health check. Of course, he ended up, I'm pretty sure I don't even have to finish, you know how the story goes. So grab a drink, have a seat, and join me for happy hour. Damn, what the fuck is in this? Whew. Before we get into the show, I want to say I noticed something. So I was shopping I went to Kroger the other day. Anybody who knows me knows I love Alfredo. I go to the sauce aisle where I usually always go, and I noticed again for about the 8th time, there's still no Alfredo sauce. Like the prepackaged one. Now, don't come for me. I do not mind making homemade Alfredo sauce, but sometimes, you know, I get off of work, I just want to make something super quick. Put it in the pot, heat it up, pour it on the noodles. Sometimes I want something really quick, but I noticed that they never have packaged Alfredo sauce, like in the jar. So then I was talking to a friend, and she was like, yeah, when I go to the supermarket by my house, they don't have Alfredo sauce either. And then I seen somebody on Facebook, unrelated to us, literally put a post, like, why is it that I go to my supermarkets and I cannot find Alfredo sauce? And I thought to myself, are we in a Alfredo sauce pandemic?
What's happening? Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
If you have noticed that, or like, I challenge you to go to your local food market and you tell me if you find some or if you don't. I swear we are in an Alfredo sauce pandemic and nobody knows. Now, if you did not see this movie, do not worry. You do not need to pause. You do not need to skip. You do not need to shut off the video. I do not do spoilers. It's kind of crazy to me that nobody is talking about this movie. It's not on any news outlets, and it's definitely not being talked about in the black community. Why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Now, for those of you guys who did not hear about this movie, it is a Spike Lee movie. It's called American Skin. It's about a father that decides to take, oh my gosh, who decides to take justice into his own hands oh my god, I don't know why I can never speak. I think it's what you be putting here, that's why I can't speak. Decides to take justice into his own hands after the cop that shot his son, because he thought he had a gun on him, got acquitted on all charges. I really don't want to give too much away. Just know that it is a very, very good movie. This is the best movie since Selma, Avatar. This is a really good movie with a really deep and strong message and a very deep and strong storyline. I don't cry. However, this movie, at the end of it, it ended in a way that I did not think it was going to end. So I definitely shed a tear. It's good. You're gonna shed one too, I promise. You're gonna shed one too. I highly recommend that you go see it. It is on Amazon Prime. Make sure it's alright. Amazon Prime. So I was reading a report last night on CNN about the billionaires recovering from the pandemic. So CNN reports that 1,000 top billionaires in the world have already fully recovered from the pandemic, covering in financial losses due to events impacted by COVID-19. Collectively, the wealth of billionaires has risen to $3.9 trillion. Wait. 3.9 trillion doll hairs between March and December 2020. Now, I know that I've seen a lot of people talking about this. However, it's not, and when people talk about it, they say, "Oh my God, like that's insane! Like how are they making so much money? Like that's crazy." But if you think about it, it's really not that insane. You got Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. When the pandemic hit, I mean, that was literally when stores were shutting down, malls, grocery stores, all of that. The only other thing that when you can't go to Walmart, where are you gonna go? Amazon. Can't go to Target, where are you gonna go? Amazon. And Amazon has everything. It's Walmart and Target. It's like an online Walmart and Target. It says here his wealth shot up to about $29 billion since January 2020. What would I do with $29 billion?
Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Or like the Zoom CEO, Eric Yuan, I don't know. But it kind of makes sense when all the jobs had to go to working from home. They usually use Skype or Zoom or, or the entertainment platforms, talk shows and stuff like that. They're using Zoom and other platforms. So it doesn't really, it's not that surprising that they made so much money from the pandemic. I mean, but what I think is, I feel like there should be, I feel like Congress should work on a stimulus package that gives Americans $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month until this whole thing is over with, especially if they can give out. Do you know how much money they gave out on this first round of PPP loans? And half of those people, for one, didn't even have a business. And for two, were filing not even by using an EIN, but by using their social security number. And did not have legitimate businesses. I know so many people who hit me up, and I'm just like, where did you get all that money from? And they did that. And I'm like, but you don't even have a business. They're just approving. So you remember that short amount of time where you seen people buying random shit like parakeets and monkeys and new cars and shit like that? Yeah, that's exactly where that came from. But anytime that I hear about this and I hear about, people making billions, on top of their billions, it always makes me wonder, why aren't they doing more with that money? I don't know. I'm not counting their pockets. I don't count people's pockets. But why? I feel like there isn't much that gets done from these billionaires. Like, you got $1 billion. You have more money than you would spend in your lifetime. And we still have people that's hungry in America. Make it make sense, please. For me. Make it make sense. So switching gears a bit, Food Network reality star charged in child's death. Now, I seen this story and I was like, what? So Deadline.com reported that Food Network has trashed their latest season of The Worst Cooks in America following reports of season 20 winner Ariel Robinson, who won $25,000 on his show's latest season, was arrested this past week along with her husband Jerry Robinson on charges of murder of their 3-year-old adopted daughter. Reports say on the afternoon of January 14th, police in Somertonville, South Carolina, received a call about an unresponsive juvenile victim. She was pronounced dead after being transported to a hospital. The local coroner identified her to be Victoria and determined the cause of her death to be multiple blunt force injuries. They look, well, okay. Let's go back to the other picture. Okay, so this is the family picture of them as a family, right? They look normal. They look happy. I would have never guessed them to be abusive, especially with, I mean, what do I know? But you know, they look like a regular, normal family. They don't look like, I don't know. But then what does one look like? And here's their mugshots. First of all, I don't understand how someone can beat a kid, like somebody who cannot fight back. How can you continue to beat a kid? And then she's sitting there trying to apologize, saying that she loved her daughter. You as the father, the father figure, the man of the household, and you're gonna sit there and let that happen. I don't know what happened, but I'm just saying, if that was the case, you're just gonna sit there and beat your daughter. You, a grown man, daughter is 3 years old. Well, I hope they go to jail hopefully they go to jail for life. They deserve it. A 3-year-old? Now, if you're anything like me, you love theater. I love theater. I'm not gonna lie. I fell in love with theater in high school. I was the type of person, I would bump theater music in the hood, bumping Rent. 525,600 minutes. Bop your fucking head, okay? A lot of my black friends, they did not know anything about theater. But you know what? When I would be sitting there, okay? And we ride in the car and I put on that Rent. 525,000. And I look over and bop in the head. 600 minutes. And then before you know it, I got the whole car. That's all I'm saying because I don't want to get too... So as we are all aware, due to COVID restrictions, all social gathering related events such as concerts, conventions, festivals, theater shows have been canceled for the most part. So where does that leave Broadway? Well, some people are saying live theater may move to screenings, almost like the plays that we would watch on DVD, like the Medea plays or, you know, whatever. Or even the TV performances like, I think what was it, ABC or Fox that did like Grease Live and The Wiz Live and The Sound of Music and stuff like that. I like those things, but also I think one of the things that made things like Cirque du Soleil and all that stuff so great is just being there and watching it like live, like right then and there. You know, it'd be really cool if they did like either a streaming service, like Broadway did like their own streaming service, or Broadway options on like Netflix and like Disney Plus. Disney Plus is definitely going to pick that up. See, you know, like you're scrolling down and, you know, you have comedy and documentary, a Broadway. Or live performances. That's a good idea. If this happens, somebody's going to need to cut me a check. So recently there was a video that went viral of students from Carroll High School in Texas shouting the N-word repeatedly. The school district response was to roll out a diversity curriculum. However, a significant amount of parents in the community spoke out against it. When are people going to learn? Imagine being a parent and hearing the principal or the school district, they're telling you, so we think, you know, because of that video of students clearly yelling out the N-word, we are going to roll out a diversity curriculum. Being the parent to be like, you know what? No, I don't think that that's right. How, in this day and age, right now, how is it that you can get on the phone and say, and think that that's okay? And then when you don't get into the college that you want to get into, and then your videos being posted everywhere, you're getting death threats and things like that, and then you want to be like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. My life is ruined. Good. You know what? Racism should be considered a mental health problem because people who are racist are like a totally different type of crazy because it's just like they're crazy. I'm being canceled. I'm getting death threats. We don't care. And it'll be good if the school district decides to do it anyway. But the kid's not going to go to school. And they should do it at all of the schools. And they should make it mandatory. Yeah. That's smart. So unfortunately, another man dies when police go to do a mental health check. There was a 39-year-old schizophrenic man who was shot 5 times after his mom called the police because she he was having an episode. Her son was having an episode. She was trying to take him to the hospital. So she's called like she's done before, just to, help, because once again, she was trying to get into the hospital. And unfortunately, it resulted into them shooting him 5 times. So body cam footage has been released. I did look at it myself. You can see them approach the man, and noticed that he had a screwdriver in his hand, and then he started walking out to police, and the mom was, telling them, put it down, put it down, put it down. They said that, if you don't put it down, we're gonna tase you. And it's kind of weird because in some reports I read that the cops said, put it down, or I'm gonna tase you. They tased him. He got up. It didn't work, and then so they shot him. So I just watched the actual video of the body cam. I'm not going to show it here. I'm going to put it down in the description. I don't see where they took out the taser. I know there's plenty of people out there. I know there's plenty of people out there who are saying, okay, well, he had a weapon. I understand that he was schizophrenic, but he had a weapon. He was going towards the cops. Yes, he has mental illness, but they were telling him to put it down. He didn't. They were just protecting themselves. However, there's many problems wrong with this story. So a lot of people are saying the cops were in the right. Well, let me explain to you why they were in the wrong. For one, I still do not understand why we are sending out cops to do mental health checks. You're sending people that they're not expertise in this profession. They don't know how to deal with mental health people. Obviously, they're already scared. They love to say that, I'm scared for my life. They're already scared, and you're sending them out to go deal with a mental health patient. Why are we sending these people out there to do these jobs that they are unequipped for? Secondly, if you shot him with the taser, he got up. He's still, marching towards you, and you decide to draw your gun. I get it. You're afraid for your life. You don't know what this man can do to you. Now, why is it always shoot to kill? They shot this man 5 times, 2 times in his back as he was falling down. The man is already down. Why are you still shooting him? He's already falling down, and you're shooting him in his back twice. I don't understand. Even in situations like this, I still feel like even with the man marching towards them, I feel like it still could have been prevented, because why can't you shoot him in the leg? If you're that afraid and you have to use your gun, why can't you shoot him once in the leg? That'll stop him right there, dead in his tracks. Or why aren't officers trained, or are they? I don't know. If you're an officer, comment below. But I don't understand why officers cannot shoot somewhere that is not going to be deadly. And shoot once at that. They keep shooting 5 times. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Whoa. I can't count. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5. I was about to put up 10. 5. So the family had decided to file a wrongful death lawsuit against the 2 cops, John Rogers and Andrew Hutchins, saying that they used non-lethal means. They should have been using non-lethal means to defuse the situation. Instead, they chose to engage in unlawful vicious attack. The officers did say in an affidavit they were forced to shoot an armed man who they deemed dangerous after he failed to comply with repeated orders to drop the screwdriver. Where are we getting these cops from? Like, are these... The one thing that I hear all the time is, I'm scared. I'm scared for my life. I'm scared. And most of the time, like, the shootings that they're doing are people who are unarmed. Yeah, the man had a screwdriver, but it was 2 of you. Somebody couldn't shoot him in his leg. Sick of reading stories about this. To be honest, I don't know what's going to happen with the story. It seems like a lot of situations with cops, nothing really happens. Just like I said in the last episode, there needs to be something put in place to hold these people accountable. Yes, those cops should be held accountable. There's so many different ways that they could have went about handling that situation besides killing the man. I don't know. Well, thank you guys for sitting down, having a drink with me. Tune in every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be uploading weekly. Make sure you follow the show on Happy Hour with McQueen on Instagram. One thing that I love is when you guys send me DMs, continue with a conversation about a topic that I was talking about or something. I like to converse with you guys about different things, hearing your opinion, your side, how you feel about things. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, hit the bell, subscribe, whatever it is that YouTubers say, guys. I'm new to this. I'm trying. It's a lot. Cheers, until next time.